Good morning, beloveds. Oh, okay. I'm working this whole reading glasses, no reading glasses. It's been almost 2 weeks. Wednesday will be 2 weeks since my eye surgery. And yeah. On the first one, that's when it was 2 weeks where I went, "Oh, okay." So, we'll see. All right. It is September 26th. Our title is I am aligned with love and happiness. The first quote is, "They that loveth knoweth not God, for God is not love." Oh, "They that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love." That article is important. And that is 1 John 4:8. Happiness and wholeness fill my entire being with the realization of love and perfection. And that is Science of Mind, page 264. Love is God in action. Love is the motivating energy behind constructive thoughts and feelings. Love is the most important thing in the world. I learned to love. My heart is cleansed of all destructive feelings and attitudes. I love. I am free from all hostility. I love. I see God shining in every person. I love my neighbor as myself. Love flows forth from me and blesses my world and all who are in it. I am a loving person now. Aware that my happiness comes from within, I seek the first inner wholeness, and I know that all things necessary to produce happiness are added unto me. I am just as happy as I make up my mind to be. Love causes happiness for me and for all people in my world. I express love at all times. My heart and mind are untroubled and unafraid. My entire being is a reflection of the infinite being. I get out of the way of my own happiness and let the light of spirit flow through me. God is peace. I am peaceful. God is joy. I am joyful. God is good. I am a good person. God is love. I am loving, compassionate, and kind. My consciousness is filled with the virtuous qualities because my mind and heart are filled with God. I give thanks for my complete and perfect happiness. I give thanks for the privilege of making others happy. I give thanks for this happy world. I live my happiness now and always. And that is DC. Douglas Curtis. Donald Curtis? Maybe it's Donald Curtis. I asked, because the book's in the other, the book's in like 4 pieces. So the book's in the other. But he said it. He said it. So you know that I'm coming from source material. Happiness is an inside job. And if we, and he listed all of those qualities of God and said, that's what I am. Why am I all of those things? Why are we all of those things? Because we are of God. We are made by God, of God, for God. We're made of God's stuff. So when we take on those qualities of God, joy, happiness, peaceful, good, good's kind of one of those Amaltheus words, joy, what? Because there's a lot of ways to be good. But happiness is an inside job. And so if we want to, if we want to be happy and we want to be loved, then we practice love. And he says, God is love in action. There's nothing better to practice than love. And that's one of the reasons why he said those 3 words: love, kindness, compassion. That is a spiritual practice. If you can practice loving, kindness, and compassion, and you practice on yourself. And I advocate practicing on yourself for 2 reasons. 1, you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. But 2, if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for anybody. Because those 3 acts are easy to do for people that we already love. They're not always easy to do for people that we don't know or they're not to do people that we let annoy us. And let's be honest, sometimes we're the toughest customer, sometimes the hardest person for us to love is ourselves. And yet that is what we are called to do. If you want love, be love. And if you want to be loved, then practice love on yourself. Practice loving yourself. And he just filled this with a bunch of powerful statements. It's like, I gotta get it back in the light. So love is God in action. Love is the motivating energy behind constructive thoughts and feelings. You want to have constructive thoughts and feelings, then have loving thoughts, And so if you feel yourself headed down that, and I talk about this frequently, it's definitely one of my drum beats, is about the trend of your thoughts, the trend of your thoughts, the trend of your thoughts. It's not each individual thought. It is about the trend of your thoughts. When you go out in your garden, one weed is not a problem. So one negative thought is not a problem. But if that negative thought is allowed to propagate, as weeds can do in your garden, they can take over your garden. So it's like when you see that one negative thought, you're just like, don't beat yourself up. You just go, okay, let me think something else. Let me make a different choice. Because that's one of the things about Science of Mind is what we want you to know is no matter what is happening, you are always at choice. Sometimes the only choice we have is how we feel about it, but we always have a choice. So love is the most important thing in the world. I learned to love. Practice on yourself. Look in your mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. As I like to say, because, got it from the internet, you will never look in the eyes of someone that God does not love, including when you're looking in the mirror. So he has all of these great, just powerful statements of affirmation. My heart is cleansed of all destructive feelings and attitudes. I love. I am free from all hostility. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that word today. I love. I see God shining in every person. I love my neighbor as myself. Love flows forth from me and blesses my world and all who are in it. I am a loving person now. It's like pick any one of those statements or all of those statements. Use them as affirmations. Put them in your treatment. Aware that my happiness comes from within. Happiness is an inside job. He backs me up on this. I seek first inner wholeness and know that all things necessary to produce happiness are added unto me. I seek first inner wholeness. It means we do our own work first. We do our own work first because I can't teach what I don't know. I can't teach what I don't know. And so so we do our own work first. And that's why he keeps coming in here and saying, I am love. That's the statement. And that's one of the things that Reverend Jesse was talking about yesterday. It's like, can you make that statement and believe it? Yes. Yes, I can. Because I've done my inner work. I have done my inner work. But even if I couldn't make that statement and believe it, the first step is to make the statement, to make that statement in the positive and start there. And then say it until I believe it. And what other work do I need to do until I can believe it? And part of that is knowing who God is. What is your relationship with God? And I'm talking about your relationship, not what society, culture, religion, not what any of them have told you your relationship with God is. An interesting conversation with a youth minister yesterday. It's like, because he was raised in one faith, then now he's a youth minister in another faith. And it's like, yeah, I was in the youth. I taught Sunday school for 13 years. And it's like, teach these children to question what they've been taught. Teach these children to question what they've been taught. They will be better for it, and so will the world. Okay. I am just as happy as I make up my mind to be. Again, trend of your thoughts. I express love at all times. My heart and mind are untroubled and unafraid. This one is just, I commend you, September 16th. I really do. My entire being is a reflection of infinite being. This one is saying, I know who I am. God is love in action. I am love in action. I like to say that we're divine channels for love into the material world. But I like to call us divine channels. It's like everything that God does in this world, God does through us. So it's up to us to do the work to be good channels. And that's what this last paragraph is. I get out of the way of my own happiness and let the light of spirit flow through me. God is peace. I am peaceful. God is joy. I am joyful. God is good. I am a good person. God is love. I am loving, kind, and compassionate. And there are my 3 watchwords. So, my consciousness is filled with the virtuous qualities because my mind and heart are filled with God. There's your mission today. Your mission today, should you choose it, to fill your mind with the virtuous qualities of God, because fill your consciousness with the virtuous qualities of God, because that is what you are made from. You are made from all of those virtuous qualities. You are made from the stuff that God is, which means you have the ability to take on any of those qualities. Do you have the willingness? So, your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to fill your consciousness and use those I am statements. God is love. I am love. God is happiness. I am happiness. I am happy. God is joy. I am joyful. God is love. I am loving. All right? Kindness, compassion, and love. So that's the mission today, should we choose to accept it. And then the second mission is the same mission I give you every day. It's an important mission. It is the spiritual practice of doing something loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Practice on yourself, because you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. What better person to practice on than yourself? It creates a habit. It creates a default setting. It creates a first response, so that no matter what happens, you respond with love, kindness, and compassion. It also creates a bank, so that when you meet people who need a little extra, they're having a bad day, you can respond with love, kindness, and compassion. We don't need to add to the pain in this world. What we can do is respond with love when there is pain. And when we respond with love when there is pain, we can lessen the pain. And if we can't lessen the pain, at least we don't add to it. So, there is that. All right. So, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes permanent. All right. Because I just reminded myself I need to go and make sure that the YouTube finished the editing and make that thing public, so you can hear it. Because Jesse's always wonderful, but when he wraps up a series, he really wraps up a series. Okay. So, all the usual things. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Make sure that you drink plenty of water. We are supposed to get a front in today, which is going to drop us into the 80s for the rest of the week, we hope. I know it's going to be the high 80s, but hey, I will take 80s. And they're talking, we might see the high 50s for the lows on Friday. Like 58. Okay. And, let's have some good thoughts for anybody who might be in the path of Ian, whatever's going on with Ian right now, because they don't know where it's going, but Florida's probably going to get some. So let's treat to know that that they take the precautions that they need to, and they're as safe as they can be. So, and that was, I went from talking about drinking plenty of water. Okay. So engage your mind and your body, drink plenty of water, get that early in your day bright light. I'm getting it because that's the easiest way for me to read without reading glasses. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time, because it is a state of mind. As you heard in the reading today, consciousness. When we fill our consciousness with those virtuous qualities that we are made from, because we are made from God and God has all of those qualities, we create heaven around us. It's a superpower, I promise you, and it's one you have. You can be your own superhero. And that is how we work towards a world that works for everybody. When we are peaceful and joyful and happy, we do not add to other people's pain. When we do not add to other people's pain, there's an opportunity for people to lessen their pain. You know, it's not our job to lessen other people's pain, but it is our job not to add to it when we can. So, all right. I think that's what I know. So, here's the social media stuff. We are Creative Life Spiritual Sono, Creative Life Spark. I do need to go check the YouTube channel to make sure that yesterday's service is public. I am the running Rev Ryan. Sorry, forgot who I was. So you can check out me on the social medias, as well. And then if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org, and that will get you the hot links for all the stuff going on. Jesse's going to do a book study on his book. So that's really cool. And that is through CSL, not through Creative Life. So make sure you click that hot link to register for that. And I think I'm good. All right, so have a great day, a wondrous day, an amazing day, a fantastic day, an enchanting day, a magical day, an awesome day, an awe-filled day, a wondrous day, a wonder-filled day, a Monday, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right, always. It's a state of grace. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. I'm going to go check and make sure that the Sunday service is available on YouTube. So know that you're loved, and I'll see you next time.